welcome back. In this episode, I am going to show you how to use KoalaWriter to create a blog post outline. And then if the outline looks good, it'll create a blog post for you. KoalaWriter is a paid service. It's pretty reasonably priced if you're using it just for like maybe 1 or 2 blog posts per month. It's only about $9 a month. There are more expensive ones. So if you're using it more extensively, you're writing a blog post every week or a few blog posts every week, then it's something to maybe upgrade for. And you can get to KoalaWriter by going to Koala, KoalaSH, and you'll see that KoalaWriter is in the menu. They do also have a chat, which is very similar to ChatGPT, so you can ask questions in there. Now, one of the reasons that I like KoalaWriter is because it does include real-time search results. So it's not limited to older data. It does get updated information that it can include in the blog post outline and things like that. So we can see here on KoalaWriter, if you have a paid account, you can use GPT-4. Right now I'm using 3.5. You do have the ability to choose the article type. So it's either going to be a blog post or an Amazon product roundup. One of the nice things with the product roundup is you can see here for my target keyword, best dog food. It'll put the domain. So if you're in a different country, you can choose the correct domain, the number of products that you want to include, enable some firsthand experience. So if you have experience, you should probably put your own experience, but if not, it'll written from the perspective of the firsthand experience that you've had. You can include your tracking ID. So this is really nice. It'll automatically link to the product. So if you are an Amazon affiliate, then it'll include that information. Now the post that I want to write is just going to be a regular old blog post. So we can see here, it's going to ask for the target keyword. And I'm assuming that you've already done some keyword research. You know what your keywords are. You can just plop them right in there, or the specific target keyword, or you can put a question in there that you want to rank for. So let's say that I'm writing a blog post about how can I help my child learn how to read? So how can I help my child learn how to read? So this is something somebody might put into Google to search for information on, or you could keep it smaller. You can say learn to read or something like that for the keyword. So one of the other nice features we've got here is you can specify the level of or the type of SEO optimization. So you can do default or you can do manual. So if you want to actually enter your keywords, you can do that. And then they also have AI powered for the paid accounts. You can also add a tone of voice. So I'm going to do a friendly for mine. And it's the SEO optimize is confident, knowledgeable, neutral, and clear. But I want my post to be friendly and sound like it's another mom talking to somebody. You can choose the language that you want to use and also the point of view. So I'm going to do first person for my post. And one of the really nice things here is that you can use real-time search results. So it'll actually find information from the internet. So this is a really big difference. Tools like ChatGPT are limited to information that was scraped a couple of years ago. So it's older information and it doesn't get real-time information. So that's a really nice feature there. Another nice feature is that you can set your sources. So it'll add links to any sources that it gets from the real-time data. And I'm going to turn on the outline editor because I like to see what is included in the blog post or the outline. Or let's say that you want to write a blog post, you just need the outline. You don't necessarily need to write the blog post, or you don't need the KoalaWriter to write it for you. Then you can use the outline editor and go from there. So I'm going to create an outline. And if you're using a free account, you get up to 5,000 words. And I've already used 1760 of them, playing around with it, but the words in the outline are included in that total. So I'm going to click on Create Outline, and this will take a couple minutes, well, maybe a few seconds. It's not too long, and it's going to create an outline. One of the things that I like about the outline, I'll talk while it's generating it, is that it automatically adds my headings for me. So you can see here, it's got my introduction. The title of the blog post is probably going to be the H1, the level 1 heading, and you can see it adds my H2s, my H3s, And if it needed H4s, it would add them, but it's got all of my H2s and H3s, so it automatically puts them in there. If I needed to rearrange, you can see that I can drag and drop things. So I can rearrange the headings. You can see here. It takes an entire H2 section, takes the individual H3s. If I need to move them, it lets me do that. The other nice thing is that I can edit each section. So for the introduction, I can click on this little pencil icon here, and I can add some extra section prompts and also keywords that I want to use within that section. And if you decide you don't want to use a section, you can just click on the X to delete it. So you can also add sections. So if there's something that isn't in the outline that you wanted to cover, then you can add that section as well. So just add the section name, and there you go. So I didn't really make any changes. It says I did because I was kind of playing around with things, dragging them around, but as you saw, I didn't really make a change. Now, if you are good with this outline, it looks really nice, you think this is what I want to do, you can click on Write Article. If you're using the free account, it's only going to give you the first 500 words. So even though you might have 1,000, 5,000 words available on your account, for the free version, it only gives you the first 500, but that might be enough to get started. So if you haven't upgraded to the paid account, then you can use this free one to at least get started. I know for me, when I'm writing a blog post, a lot of times the first few paragraphs are the hardest to write. You know, the outline, once I get the outline, it's really easy to write the rest of the content. But for me, sometimes that writer's block, it's really hard to get started. But we can see here, you can go through it. It does a pretty good job. And you can see here, it's writing it in the first person. I understand the importance of helping my child learn how to read, but it is AI content. It's pretty good AI content. So you might need to go through and edit after you've done it. But I do want to point out here that it's giving me my headings. So there's my H2, H3 down here. I've got the H3s. It puts your bulleted text in there, which is really nice. So it's got that content, breaking up the content into bite-sized chunks. That's really nice. And you can see I've gotten up to my 500 word limit. Now, if I go up to the top, you can see I can download it. And when I download it, it's going to download an HTML file, which is actually what I want because it's got the headings that I want in there. So I can open that up, and then I can copy the HTML and put it into my blogging software if it has an HTML editor that you can then convert to the whatever text WYSIWYG editor that you're using. You can also copy the content and then paste it if you wanted to. After you've created a post, you can see it saves it over here. This does require you to be logged into the account. So you can see, like, if I was doing a blog post on how can I train my dog, I can look at the post that it wrote for that. And again, only 500 words for that. So very useful tool here. I like it. It's pretty neat. If this is something that you can add to your toolkit, I think it would be very helpful. So try it out. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll catch you next time.